And the title of 2023 Legion Sports Fest Pro Men's Physique Champ to your winner and five-time Legion.
Last night, boys, I saw the men's physique Mr. Olympia Erin lose to Kyron Holden. And let me just tell you, it was absolutely nuts. I know a lot of you guys are waiting for this video. A lot of you guys are waiting to see what Hart McGrath has to say about Erin losing this thing, including my girlfriend who's sitting right here. Guys, I was there in person. Every other time I do a video, I'm getting stuff off of Instagram. I'm getting stuff off of YouTube. Guys are sending me stuff, but to actually be there in person and see Kyron Holden, who was supposed to flip and go to Classic Physique this whole year, return to men's physique, battle it up there against Erin and win. My mind is freaking blown. When this moment was happening, I was talking with Christian Guzman and our hearts were racing. And I think a lot of people in the stands, their hearts were racing. I know these two guys up here, their hearts were racing. $20,000 was also on the line, and that was sponsored by Alpha Elite. Kyron Holden wins $20,000. We can look at the face of Erin I've never seen Erin look like this before in my life. This is the first time I saw Erin look a little bit worried, wouldn't you say, Boo? Kyron Holden looking confident. Hugs Andre Ferguson, goes to Erin We're going to get into some crazy photos. I have the most high definition photos that were sent to me by my friend Matt over at Fractured Glass. We're going to get into those photos, front, backs. It's going to be amazing. I know you guys are freaking out right now. A lot of you guys are probably just now hearing that Erin lost. I didn't think Erin was going to lose this. I didn't think they were going to give it to Kyron Holden. No matter how good Kyron looked, just the way things have been working, I never thought Erin was going to lose this show. Did I think Kyron Holden was going to push Banks? Of course. Did I think Dre was going to push Banks? Of course. But to see Kyron Holden win last night, defeat Erin in person in my hometown, and just to see it live, it was insane. It was absolutely crazy. Let's get into the 2023 Legion Sports Fest. Let's talk about what happened. Here it is, boys. Here it is. The 2023 Men's Physique Legion Sports Fest. Lucky Libra in the middle, in the green. Your 18-time IFBB Pro Champ, one of the best to ever do it. Said he wanted to come to Legion a few weeks ago and battle it out against Erin Little did he know Kyron Holden was coming. On the right, we have Kyron Holden, who apparently still wants to compete in men's physique, and obviously I'm a very happy camper. And on the left, we have Erin your 2022 Mr. Olympia. And I'm not going to lie to you guys, when Kyron Holden first came out and he started posing, the crowd started to go crazy. The crowd started to pay attention to Kyron Holden because we all felt during prejudging, all the crowd, everyone I talked to, there's so many fans, so many people came up to me and wanted just to talk about men's physique. It was a beautiful thing, man. I love it. You guys fucking rock. When Kyron Holden went out, we all thought Kyron Holden could possibly win this. And everyone was asking me during prejudging. Everyone was asking me between prejudging and finals, that gap, those few hours between the shows. They said, Hart, who do you have winning? And I told him, I was straight up, I was like, man, I'd like to see Kyron win. I've never seen Kyron look this good. He's hitting shots, and I truly think he's beating Erin Again, we'll get into some crazy shots in a little bit, but just given how things have been going in the men's physique division, I didn't have Kyron winning this. Am I happy to see it? Of course I am. Of course, I'm happy to see Kyron Holden win. The craziest thing is, Kyron's next up to win the Mr. Olympia, and he was supposed to go to Classic Physique. And the craziest thing about all this is Kyron Holden, they're picking a men's physique pro who is damn well over the men's physique limit, and he's beating the Mr. Olympia. Think about that. The judges picked a men's physique pro, Kyron Holden, who will probably be way too big for men's physique next year, and they just picked him to beat the current men's physique Mr. Olympia. Can you tell me what's happening with men's physique? What the hell do these people want, man? I'll tell you what they want. They want a perfect physique, and last night, it was Kyron Holden. Shout out to Lucky Libra. Shout out to Ruben Glass, Spinny by the Gram. All these guys up there looked phenomenal last night. So good to see Lucky up there. Still getting third place after 10 years in the league, 18 wins, 3 Arnold Classic titles, 8-9 straight Olympias. He's still up there. Yes, he's not winning this show. Kyron and Banks are in it, but he's still right behind him. Huge shout out to my boy, Matt, over at Fractured Glass Images. The guy is such a badass photographer. I can't believe I ran into him last night. It's always good to see you, brother. He has provided us, again, bro, thank you, with some amazing photos that he took of Andre Ferguson, Kyron Holden, and Erin Banks. Look at this. I have about 3-4 minutes just saved right here for this image. What do you guys think, man? Happy Monday. Holy shit. I know a lot of you guys, I'm sure a lot of you guys are stoked right now to see Erin Banks lose. Obviously, he's ran his mouth since winning the Mr. Olympia, winning the Arnold Classic. Earlier this year, he was undefeated all this year. I never thought he was going to lose, and he loses last night to Kyron Holden. As we take a look at these photos, I think it's clear the top two are between Erin and Kyron Holden. Again, a lot of respect to Andre Ferguson, but at this point in his career, Kyron Holden and Erin Banks are just the next level. They are. Maybe Dre didn't bring his best. I don't know what the deal was, but just looking at this insane photo, it's between Kyron and Erin Banks. And it's almost night and day from the front, especially in this shot, boys, especially when you look at the details of these physiques. When you look at the detail of what Kyron Holden brought to the stage, shout out to his coach, DJ Pure, and what they did. You know DJ Pure and Kyron Holden. I told you guys weeks ago, they really wanted to beat Cuts and Erin Banks because for the last 8, 9, 10, 11 months, they've been on top of the mountain. They've been talking their shit, and they've been backing it up by, obviously winning the Olympia, winning the Arnold Classic, and just continuing it. But to see this, it absolutely amazes me. I mean, Kyron is so big throughout the chest. Kyron has one of the best chests in men's physique, if not the best chest in men's physique. Kyron's core compared to Erin Banks last night was just tighter. It just looked better. It was less distended to me. It had a better overall sheen, overall glaze on his entire physique. And obviously, Kyron has been training to compete in a classic physique show. Who has the best wheels up here? Did you guys know next year for the men's physique division, the legs will be judged? The judges want to see a proportionate physique. I say that even though Kyron probably won't even be in men's physique next year. But look what it does to a physique to have giant freaking legs under those board shorts. Even though he's standing straight on, you can still see a fantastic X-frame from Kyron Holden. I couldn't believe this last night, guys, when I saw it. I've been covering Kyron Holden. I've been covering Erin Banks since 2020. And to see this last night, to see this front shot is nuts. Andre Ferguson, the core doesn't look too good here. It might be a bad shot of Andre. Let's just call it that. I don't think this was the best shot of Andre. He wasn't really squeezing down on those abs. But again, a lot of respect to Dre, who else has been in the league 10 years and is right behind Kyron Holden and Erin Banks. Another thing that stood out to me, I forgot how tall Kyron Holden is. I mean, he's not, super tall, but he's got to be at least 5'10", 5'11", because looking at this shot, I was worried that Erin Banks' structure and stature would just catch the judge's eyes like it always does. When a guy who's 6'1", 6'2" gets up there and he's huge and he's long and he's aesthetic, your eyes are just naturally drawn to it. But Kyron Holden showed up so damn good last night. I have never seen Kyron Holden look this good. He was unbeatable. He was unbeatable, and I'm not going to say for the first time, but it was really nice to see the judges pick the guy that should have won this show, because they could have easily given this to Erin Banks. And it's crazy to think about, like, how will this affect Erin Banks going into the Mr. Olympia? Jeremy Buendia, I hope you are paying attention. You know Jeremy Buendia tuned into this. I think I saw him on someone's live. I think I saw him on Ben Quill's live. Of course, Jeremy is tuning into this. I talked about this last week. Jeremy's going to want to know who wins Legion, because if Erin loses, which he did, this switches everything up. Jeremy Buendia's physique is a lot more like Kyron Holden's physique than it is Erin Banks. And what just happened? Kyron Holden just beat Erin Banks. From the back, Kyron Holden beats Banks. This was the first time that I saw Kyron Holden actually stand up there side by side Banks. Well, it's not the first time he's beat him, but the second time I've seen Kyron Holden stand up there against Banks. I'm talking about the old, I think it was the 2021 Pittsburgh Pro when Kyron Holden won. But this is the second time I've seen them stand up here, and Kyron Holden has a better back. Kyron Holden has a better back. Let's look at the waist. Let's start off with the shape. Who has a smaller shape? I'll zoom in here so we can really see the waist size. Erin Banks claims he has a 23, 24-inch waist. Kyron Holden's waist looks a little bit smaller to me, which then leads into a better shape from the back, a better silhouette. The detail is there. The traps look crazy. The rhomboids, the just deeper cuts, a little bit better of a glaze. I never thought Erin Banks would lose a back shot. But last night at the 2022 or 2023 Legions, he did. As soon as Kyron Holden did his individual routine, which I'll show you guys in a second, and he opened up to the back, it literally looked like he had wings. It literally looked like he had an extra 2-3 inches from what I saw from the last time I've seen him. You guys got to think, Kyron Holden's been training hard. He's been training heavy. He's been training to get into classic. He's been growing his legs, which helps grow his upper body. Growth hormone is released. The added size that I see from Kyron, at least I think he's bigger. He looks bigger. Bigger worked out in his favor, because guess who is the biggest man on that Olympia stage? One of the biggest men. Erin Banks. They're giving it to the biggest guy on stage. Yes, he's the tallest, but he's also probably one of the heaviest. Kyron Holden is a large individual too. Look at the legs on these guys. All three of these guys have decent legs. Obviously, Lucky's shorts aren't showing it in those dark sport. We got Chula in the middle. And on the far right, we got another Chula where I would like to see some alpha lead up there, but that's for another story. Look at the legs of Kyron Holden. Look at the quad sweeps. Again, who has a better X frame from the back? Erin Banks or Kyron Holden? Kyron Holden all day long. Let's look at the lower back. You can literally see Kyron Holden's glutes, the way they tie in up there on his lower back, and just how there's no fat whatsoever. Absolutely insane. How many of you guys saw this coming? How many of you guys predicted that Kyron Holden was going to win? I told you guys, I was dead honest with you. I did not think Kyron Holden was going to win, no matter how good he looked, because Erin Banks and Cuts were coming into my town and they were going to look crazy. This is the individual posing routine of Kyron Holden, the man that just beat Erin Banks. I love his routine. Take a moment to enjoy this. It's very different. It's very smooth. Look at the backdrop to Legion. Legion is so gorgeous. If you guys ever want to compete in Reno, Nevada, one of the most beautiful shows on earth takes place there. I love this move. I love when he straightens his arms here and he looks to the right. Watch this. Right after he's done hitting this back pose, pow! Looks to the right. Sick. Sick. A dirty routine. All the people, everyone in the fans, they definitely were in favor of Kyron winning. A lot of people like to see the underdog win. A lot of people don't want to see Erin Banks continue to run his mouth and win these shows. And last night, that came to an end. And I didn't think it was going to come to an end, dude, and it did. Yes, my mind is blown. My mind is absolutely blown. Let's do a huge shout out to Milena Padilla, who's Kyron's lovely girlfriend. She came up to me right away and gave me a hug. A lot of love there. She says, and 5-time Legion's champ. This is Kyron's fifth time winning Legion Sports Fest. Legions is his. I told you guys this in the last video. Legions is Kyron. The fact that Kyron said, I'm going to step onto Legions and battle Banks, come on now. She says, baby, you worked your fucking magic. We know what this is. I love you so much and I'm so proud of you. We got more work to do, baby, but let's enjoy this W. Hashtag legendary. Hashtag I got more. As someone who has a lovely girlfriend that does a lot for them, that supports them, that encourages them. I would not be in the position that I am without my girlfriend. I had to shout out Kyron Holden's girlfriend, Elena. You guys rock. What a power couple. And also shout out to Erin Banks' lovely wife. I got to speak with her briefly. She's an absolute sweetheart. You guys got to understand, like, these people's families are in the crowd. A lot of people want me to bash on Banks. Like, guys, how am I supposed to bash on Banks when I see his two little babies in the crowd, hoping that his daddy wins, seeing his wife in the crowd? I just had an awesome conversation. I'm not going to bash Banks, bro. He's trying his hardest. He ran his mouth all year, and he lost. And Kyron Holden is now possibly in line to be the new king. And this face right here says it all. Look at that. That is a guy, that is a face that says, I'm not losing tonight. Again, a wonderful image. Shout out to photographer, my boy Matt over at Fractured Glass Images. You guys want some amazing photos? Go see my boy. Go hit him up. DM him for work, because he took all these amazing shots that we're viewing right now. What a moment. What a moment. One guy looks like he knows he won. The other guy looks like he's unsure if he won. Can you spot the difference? I have never seen Erin Banks' face like this. It's tough. It's tough. The biggest thing that we need to pay attention to, and I haven't checked Erin Banks' story, is how is Erin Banks gonna react to this loss? Because this was tough. This was hard on him. When Kyron Holden won, I actually wasn't jumping up for joy, cheering. I was happy, of course I was. I think the guy who should have won the show won, but my heart was racing, man. I don't know. I feel like I have a big heart, man. I did feel for Erin. As crazy as that sounds, I know that sounds probably nuts, but in the position I'm in, as being the voice of, I don't even want to say that, the voice of men's physique, I did have some sympathy for Erin, because that's tough. That's tough. Now it's on Erin to come back even stronger. Now it's on Erin to come back with a vengeance and go off at the O, because Erin Banks could still win the Mr. Olympia. But now, in the judges' eyes, things are completely different. I knew Jeremy Buendia would tune in. I knew Jeremy Buendia would be interested in seeing what happens. How many of you guys think Jeremy Buendia can beat Kyron Holden now that Kyron Holden beat Erin Banks? There's a great question for you. I say it again, boys. Jeremy Buendia looks a lot more like, is built a lot more like, his physique structure alone looks a lot more like Kyron Holden than it does Erin Banks. And these judges, Tyler Mannion, Tarek Gindi, the head judges of the Olympia, head judges of the IFBB Pro League, just gave the win to Kyron Holden. What do you guys think Brandon Hendrickson is thinking? That's what I want to know. What do you think Brandon is thinking, finding out that Erin Banks lost? I'm telling you guys right now, there's a lot of people that are happy about this. A lot of people that are happy. I'm going to end the video here. Usually I don't just do one topic, but my mind is absolutely blown. I met so many amazing people, so many amazing fans. I got to speak with Christian Guzman, the owner of Alpha Elite, multiple times, who sponsored the men's physique division. So Christian, I love you for that. You helped make this thing so much more exciting. I'm sure you helped bring a lot more pros out, because first place got $20,000, which is absolutely insane. I know Erin Banks definitely thought he was going to go back to Cali with $20K in his bank account, but Kyron Holden took that from him. Comment down below. Tell me what you thought of this entire show. Everything is different now. Everything changes. For the Mr. Olympia, the predictions, who's going to be top 5, everything changes because of what happened last night. Kyron Holden, you are a hero, my friend. We love you. If you guys are interested in Huge, I have some of the best supplements on planet Earth. I use them daily. I love this stuff. You can use my code HART or click the link down in the description. It's a great way to keep the YouTube going and support my family. If you guys are interested in coaching, you can send me a DM, lifestyle contest prep. I'll put the DM in the back. Whew, nuts. Please comment down below. I'm not going to read my Instagram comments because there's just too many of them at this point, because I just posted a video. You guys can go check that out. There's like 400 comments on there, but comment down below. Tell me what you think of Kyron Holden beating Erin Banks. I promise you I will read and respond to most of those. I love you guys. What a crazy weekend. Oh my gosh. I'm out of here. I love you guys so much.